Welcome to the Bodybuilding Banter podcast, your number one source of all things bodybuilding. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on future episodes. Now, here's your host, Leroy Rollins.
Welcome, people, to the Bodybuilding Banter podcast. I am your host, as always, Leroy Rollins, and I'm here with a very special guest from quite a distance from myself, my man Ralph. Dude, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you very much, Leroy. My coach has doubled my carbs. He's taken away a third of my cardio. Apparently, I'm skinny enough, so it's time to cruise into the finals
for sure.
This last season.
Right on, man. So, introduce yourself to the people, my man. Tell them what you're all about, and then we'll just get right into it.
Yeah. So obviously, my name's Ralph Meritt. It's not Ralphio the Kilo Kid. Don't worry. My infamous tag. Yeah. That's an in-joke between me and Jack. He's Mr. Miyagi, and apparently I'm the kid, well, the Karate Kid,
right?
And the actual name apparently is Ralph. So that's the connection.
That's sweet.
So I just bought the Kilo Kid instead of the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, there's something going there.
Right.
Nice,
on.
Rick.
So let's start from the beginning, man. What got you into the gym? What started it all for you?
Well, that's a funny thing, because little known fact, I mean, I probably posted this on my story. My dad had to remind me, actually. I took a little screenshot before on my story of this old VHS that I, dug up, of... You know Rowdy Roddy Piper?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Well, Canada, come on, you know.
Yeah.
But apparently he says he's Scottish. I don't know. Yeah, basically made a little training video, and my dad, just as for craps and giggles, I can curse on this, can't I?
Oh yeah, fire it up.
Yeah, shits and giggles. Bought it up for me and thought, hey, it might get my fat son into moving a bit, something, because he loves wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, he loves Roddy Piper.
Sure.
Still do. R.I.P. I was just this funny little train video from the 80s that just happened to be in this charity shop.
Sure.
And I came back from middle school, I remember, and obsessively did every single exercise, every single to the warm-up of what was on this video, and that got me into personal fitness training, because I hated PE, you know?
Right.
But I love wrestling, and then all of a sudden, because of that, I love training. Then, my dad kind of took me a bit further from that. I mean, this was when I was, yay high, you know? Took me into the garage, because obviously I couldn't get into a gym.
Yeah.
Just do a bit of weight training with the home gym we had. Bit of fitness here and there, star jumps. Nothing that would crush a kid. Basically. I remember struggling to bench 40 kg or something.
Right.
On a barbell, going for 4 reps.
I remember those days
too. A really weak kid. Then there was a little break between the two. I don't know why. I just kind of fell out of training completely. Sure. I was way more interested in just sitting on my arse all day playing video games because I was, that knackered from coming back from school. And then my big brothers got into amateur boxing.
Okay.
Well, they were already into amateur boxing at this time. By the time I was about, how old? 17, 18 time I was. And they would take me down to their little boxing club down in the city centre. And I would do some boxing training with them and stuff like that. And so it was just boxing training, you know? Never really sparring or anything like that.
Yep.
but obviously they fell out of that, went onto greener pastures, allegedly. One of them became a personal trainer at the local gym.
Okay.
So he started sneaking me in there, and would do some bench presses and stuff like that. I was really getting into like proper, more like strength athlete, powerlifting type stuff.
All right.
I was never into that kind of stuff. And there was this men's physique compared who was like, him and my big brother Adam were like, magnet and steel, really. They're at the gym. They ran the place.
Right.
Even though they weren't even the upper management. And he got me into this idea of like bodybuilding competitions. Obviously, he's a men's physique athlete, but it's the same kind of concept.
Yep.
It's pageant type, like format sport, sport of form. And he got me into like the more bodybuilding training, leg presses, curls, that kind of stuff.
Right.
I went to see him compete. I was just like, oh, this is interesting. I kind of like this.
Right.
I've sat through this whole show of people doing quarter turns and smiling. I want to know about this bodybuilding thing that he keeps going on about, because he was all about the classic bodybuilding, the Frank Stain. I'd already been a fan of like pumping iron and stuff for ages.
Yep.
My dad loved Arnold and Frank Zane, like that era.
Sure.
So obviously, I decided, Dom, who's the men's physique guy, got me into competing for my first show, and I had no idea what I was doing. Basically,
how old were you at the time?
Sorry?
How old were you at the time?
My first season, I would have been, I'm 22 now, so 20, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and I decided to do the Caledonian Classic, that one up in Scotland,
Okay.
ironically at a place called Musselburgh, but that was great, and I somehow managed to win my class. And I was like, wow, maybe this competing thing is for me.
Right.
Because I really love bodybuilding.
Yep.
I turned up fat, but I was like a dry fat
Okay.
guy. You know what I mean? I turned up like, I remember getting my tan, and I was like actually looking decent on my first coat. It was the day before. It was just like, my mate, because we were both doing the same show, me and the men's physique guy, it was his last competition.
Right.
He took me to get my tan. And it was just like this salon place, and they just happens to have this like pot of bodybuilders tan, and they had no idea how to use it. No disrespect to them.
Yeah.
But I just turned like Casper up there. I remember, if you look at the photos, they are quite funny. They are on my Instagram.
Right on. So you did that first competition at 20. Then what followed that? Were you into an off season, or did you do a series of shows, or what happened next?
I only did one show. That was it, because I'd won my class.
Yep.
I felt like I achieved myself. More to the point, though, I think I wasn't really nearly as into it as I am now.
Okay.
And it was this the second time I actually competed there that I was like, that all of a sudden I've got this whole new world of British natural bodybuilding opened up to me.
Yep.
A lot of that had to do with the fact that AJ Morris approached me for that little interview he did for his 2018 season of all the British natural shows.
Okay.
Well, with the UK DFBA anyway. And that was, all of a sudden I started following him. One thing went on to another. I started following you as well, and at that time. And it was, that's basically where it really kicked off.
That's cool.
But the thing is that I went into an off season after my first show, going back to that. I said it was an off season. I wanted, really, I'd messed myself up, I completely dieted like an idiot. I was all about the low carb.
Yeah.
Like, freaking more is better.
Yeah.
More cardio. Oh, just keep dropping carbs, keep upping the cardio. You'll get stage shredded.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. You know, that's competitive dieting, not competitive bodybuilding.
For sure.
Yeah. And I tried, because I knew I wasn't lean enough. I tried to do that my second show, I remember. The thing is that I got really lean, but I got emaciated. Yeah. I basically got ill.
Yep.
You know, and I rebounded so bad. You've probably seen the early pictures of me at the start of this year, January, how fat I was then.
We've
Honestly,
all been there.
Yeah, we've all been there. You've got to do it, basically. It's, like a rite of passage now.
Yeah, you gotta learn.
Yeah. But, so I've obviously lost a lot for this, to make this season work. Yeah. And but the thing is, a lot of it I have to owe to Jack. You know, the fact that this is the first one where I've had a coach.
Yep.
And I haven't just coached myself. And I honestly don't think it would have happened without his guidance, to be honest.
Yep.
That I've lost that much. You know, 95 kg, I must be about down to 72 now. Stage weight.
Yep.
You know. But yeah, that takes me to now in my competitive career.
Nice. So let's talk about that then. Let's talk about this season and how you and Jack got together. Obviously, I know Jack pretty well through social media and stuff like that. Me and him have chatted quite regularly the last little while. So talk to me about, you know, how you guys linked up and the whole process with him and how you've come to this season.
Well, believe it or not, we'd actually been communicating in my before my second show, like a few weeks out and stuff. I started following this guy, Jack Beard.
Yep.
You know, he's obviously best mates at AJ Morris. Why am I not following him?
Yeah.
And this was when he was in that season as well. And I just kind of shot him over some pictures of myself here and there. He actually let me try and get a bit of feedback from him and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then we just kind of cruised out with that, went a bit AWOL. And then basically we got hooked up again in about mid-January or something.
Right.
This was when I was seriously considering like the notion of coaching, because I saw basically all of these successful competitive bodybuilders, they've got a coach.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
They
got
need
guidance.
that second. I knew I needed that second eye. I needed that because this is why I know that I can be a great bodybuilder, but I'll never be a great coach, because Jack has said himself, I haven't got the eye. Every time I looked at my bloody blurry Checkins photos, I'm not going to be lean enough, you know, I'm not going to be ready. And he can just see that, though.
Yeah.
You know, he can see that.
Yep.
It's amazing, and I'll never have that. I'll never have that. But so I needed him, you know, that because my first 2 seasons I had nobody basically to just constantly have a look at my shape, how I was getting on, check what I'm doing for diet, check what I'm doing for training.
Yep.
You know, I just assumed a lot of things, you know.
Sure.
And that's very dangerous, because competing can mess you up.
For sure.
You know, competitive bodybuilding, it can be a dangerous thing physically and mentally.
It's a big mind game, man, for sure.
Well, this is the thing, is that mentally, really, I got into an eating disorder this last off season because I rebounded so hard, you know. I just could not stop binging.
Right.
That's the first thing that Jack said to me is that, right, okay, you're big, but you're fucking fat, basically. And he is not going to let me get like that next time. I know that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Because
it's a shame that we've had to lose that much and diet for that long just to get in stage shape, because I've never really been stage shredded before.
Right.
I remember going to the northern counties, driving around. I mean, really just going on some of the holidays I went during this season, long drives and stuff like that, and I'd never felt the pain in my butt cheeks, like just sitting down for that long.
Yeah,
that's how I know. I was like, yeah, I've never been this lean before.
How long has this prep been this season? How many weeks?
It started straight from mid-January.
Wow.
To now, yeah. So it must be almost 40 weeks, or just cracking on 40 weeks. Like,
yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah. So I'm definitely still in prep mode, which is why I'm a bit. We're at the point now where Jack feels like, and obviously I know better just to listen to Jack now and do what he says.
Yep.
You know, he says that we're at the point now where really we've got no more to lose. I was poor. I mean, lean as hell on the northern counties. I've never had striated glutes before.
Yep.
A lot of my northern counties shape was, but I'll get on to the northern counties. Basically he says that, but we haven't got any more to lose. You know, that we would just the digging would be the stupidest thing to do. Yep. Really,
you start burning
we got
muscle.
to retain the muscle. You know, going into these finals, otherwise it's just going to look shit. Yep. You know. Emaciated again. I don't want to go there because there's a little saying, you can't, in bodybuilding of course, you can flex flat. Sorry, you can't. I haven't got it right. You can't flex flat, and you can't flex fat. I think it is. So obviously we can't turn up flat, and that was my first feedback. At the northern counties, is that I was a little under-muscled.
Okay.
That was the first show of this season.
Yep.
The UK DFBA. I left that bit. We'll get onto the actual specific shows that I've done so far, if you want to.
Yep.
But that's planned so far.
Awesome. So yeah, let's get into that. So when was the first show of this season? Remind me.
It was on the 8th of September. It was in Haywood. It was the UK DFBA Northern Counties.
Yep.
And this, believe it or not, up to this point, Jack hadn't actually seen me in person, but would communicated loads like crazy.
Yep.
We were already on very friendly terms. I ended up basically stepping on stage with a very, very sharp condition. In fact, Jack, after this show, said to me, man, I've almost never seen someone as lean as you in person. And I was like, you're one of the fewest people I've seen that lean in person.
Yep.
But the problem is that the one thing that was in my control on the day was the reason why a higher placing wasn't achieved, even though the physique was there, was my posing was off.
Oh.
And it was if I've watched some of these vlogs of the other guys who were there, and massive respect to the guy. I can't remember the guy who came in 4th, but Jack Richardson, Tyler Lloyd, they're the guy. Oh my God, just massive champions. You know, I mean, Jack is a freak.
Yeah,
you know, placing runner-up at the Worlds as a teen. And, I mean, Tyler Lloyd does those quads. Can't believe it. You know, I'll never have those quads. But yeah, that is what Jack immediately told me as soon as I came off stage. You're posing, it's just completely off. You took way too long in between the transitions. Right. That was the problem. and that was the comparison round. That's the symmetry, that's the muscularity, that's where the actual scoring actually happens, that's when it counts. So I did leave that show content with the fact that I qualified for the very prestigious UK DFBA finals.
Yep.
But I had a great time at the show, but a bit frustrated because the physique was there.
Yep. It's
just because of that one thing that was in my control, I didn't manage to get in there, and that was a lesson learned. And to get tighter posing. So then we spent the next 2 weeks getting it drilled in me, you know.
Practice.
It's those mandatories. It wasn't just my posing routine. And basically, Jack really put in the graph to make sure that I was improved for this. He gave me check-ins. Which you can, and I decided to do that because it was most convenient. You're kind of a new can't have my accent. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to get the most experience of this season. I know
our signal is crap right now.
Sorry?
No, you're back there. For a while there, it was really choppy, but I got what you were saying, that you were doing like constant video check-ins. It was just really choppy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll slow down. It's
no, we're good.
This is how Asperger's people talk, by the way, people. That's one thing about me, is that I'm diagnosed with Asperger's. But the thing is that, where was I at again?
You were saying so after the show, you guys were doing like constant drilling of posing, which is good.
Yeah, video check-ins.
Yeah.
He was sending me video check-ins daily, looking at that kind of stuff as we went into the peak week. And honestly, I was taken back by the shape and the package we managed to bring to that show.
Yep.
Because I desperately did. I ended up really wanting to do it, knowing fine well that my chances were not very good, because I had never competed before in an open lineup against grown men. You know, the next youngest guy in my class, 15 years older than me.
Oh, wow.
No disrespect to you, Miles. But they were all great lads. Honestly, I've never got on with a house on fire like that backstage. And an open lineup in an untested federation for this. So this was the first for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I just went into this show with no expectations, knowing fine well that Jack says we've came with an improved package. We have come in with an improved package. I'm enjoying my time on stage, and I've never had that much fun at a bodybuilding show in a long time. And that really sparked my passion, a lot of my passion again, that I kind of lost at the Northern Counties. Purely was that result.
Yep.
But can't be unhappy about that. You got to be content, because it's a subjective sport. But I was just taken back at how much better my posing was.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting it laid down and improved for all the cues Jack gave me. But we managed to come in with a fuller and leaner physique at the same time.
Yeah.
But it was a perfect peak, basically. And so I really I'm still on a high from that, and that's the show where I placed last in my class, you know. And I've been there, I've won junior classes, you know, but I'm glad, this is why I'm kind of glad at Northern Counties that I placed third, because I feel like to be an all-rounded competitor, you need to know what it's like to win, but you need to know what it's like to be humbled at the same time.
I agree.
Otherwise, I would never I've been nearly as experienced as I am now. So yeah, that's how the last show went. And another expectation I did go in to that show was just to get the finals invite for the UK Up, because I love that federation. My men's physique mate always competed with them. So I remember making myself a vow almost to never compete in an untested federation, like, for some reason. Along with that, to be a lifetime natural.
Yep.
I'll never go back on my lifetime natural vow, I know that much, but I will continue to pursue untested federations, because I think they're classic bodybuilding class, even though really I think they should have more classes for bodybuilding there rather than just the one open one.
Right.
It's definitely an avenue I want to pursue now because of that show. So yeah, that was the UK Up, and now we're on to finals. 4 shows really planned for this year, and then wrap it in.
That's awesome, man. So when's finals?
Finals, UK DFBA 3 weeks, and then the UK Up one is like the week after. So like we got back-to-back shows there, but that's something I want to try as well. You know, it's a first for everything. I planned out this season really because I wanted to do the finals in the UK DFBA, which I never did in my last 2 seasons. I literally just won the junior class at the qualifier level. And then that was it, pack it in, because I just, last time it's because I felt like I couldn't go on.
Yeah. And
the time before that was just because I never really saw it as like something that was as prestigious as I do now.
Right.
You know? But basically, I can't wait to do those finals down in Coventry. It's going to be a first for me, definitely.
That's amazing, man. So talk to me a little bit about what will come next. So you have the 2 shots at the finals, 2 or 3 more weeks to really dial it in and hit your best. Then what? What comes next? Obviously, you're very young still. You know, you're only 22, right? Which is, that's 3 years less than me, and I'm still feeling like I'm young in this whole thing, right? So what comes next? Is it an extended off season, or what comes next?
To be honest, right, it's still a little up in the air of what's going on afterwards.
Yep.
What we do know is that we are obviously going to go into a gaining phase.
Sure.
Because right after UK Up, but for how long, we don't really know, because I still have 1 more year as a junior after this.
Yep.
Being 22 in the UK DFBA anyway.
Yeah, that's the same as over here. It's 23 and under.
Yeah. Is that what's like? It was like at the Coburg Naturals.
Yep.
Their federation. I just remember that as the show where they ran out of trophies to give you because you just kind of won everything.
Yeah, they're all right here.
Oh, bloody hell, you show off. Hey, I'm running out of space too. I mean, they don't mean as much, but whatever. But yeah, after that, really me and Jack, we've confirmed that grow season together. I'm definitely staying with Jack. He's a brilliant coach,
awesome.
You know. I mean, it's very easy to talk flack about coaches, though I do believe that people tend to forget that there is such a thing as a bad client, you know, as well.
Yeah, there is.
But I'll talk about that otherwise. Yeah, it depends. What he said is that we're not going to rebound like I did last. First and foremost, we are not going to rebound like I did last time when I prepped myself.
Yep.
We're going to keep a very decent, just no binging, you know. Got to keep that decent condition. Obviously, we're going to gain weight. You got to gain muscle. Because I am quite under-muscled at the end of the day. I still have a lot of growing to do. What do you
weigh, man?
I weigh at the moment, actually, well, my lowest ever was 154, and 3/4, I think.
And how tall are you?
Sorry, and we've actually bumped up in weight now, back up to 157 averaging, just over that, because we're trying to bring a fuller physique.
Yep.
I weighed basically 154 at the Northern Counties, and I'm 3 pounds heavier,
yep.
and I'm leaner and fuller. That's how I know that Jack knows what he's doing. Just got to follow what he does. But yeah, I'm 6 foot. If that was you asking how tall I was, yeah, 6 foot on the dot. You know, not a 5'11" manlet. But yeah, that's how I always see the difference. Not to be sexist or anything, but obviously women, you need someone 6 foot and over. But apparently, the difference between 5'11" and 6 foot is like this. But whatever. But yeah, that's the plan. He says we're just gonna see how I react to a calorie surplus. Sure. Because I've never been in an off season with a coach before.
Yep.
I've never taken off season seriously. I've seen it as almost like a break from bodybuilding.
Yep.
Which, looking back now, that's ridiculous. It's the most important phase, but it's where you actually bodybuild.
Yeah.
You know,
no,
you can't bodybuild in a cut. You know, on a cut. But that was the mentality I had. You know, back my last 2 seasons. And that's I think I owe that to why I think I have a lot of growing to do. We're going to see how I react to a calorie surplus, and then who knows, I may be competing next year as well, late qualifiers, with a better starting condition.
Right. So
we have to be dieting 40 weeks, you know, with like a 20-week max.
Yeah.
That's what we want. And who knows, you know, just try my shot with a better... I will be improved no matter what if I compete next year, because I know I will. I'll make sure of it. But if it's still a bit sluggish, my growth anyway, I don't feel like my head is in it, because obviously your head has to be in this 110% if you're going to prep for shows. Come on. It's a dark place sometimes. There's only so many, you know, butternut squash and broccoli, you know, chicken things I can eat.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to take it very seriously, take it very methodically, and then just see where my shape, whether I feel like I could be competitive next year, or any more competitive than I was this year. If not, it's a 2-year off season. We come back in middleweights with a drastically, you know, just freaking transformed physique. That's what I need, you know, because some of those middleweights are just absolute freak beasts, you know.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Especially in the British natural scene. But I know you're an avid follower of the British natural scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, just these middleweights are so round and full and stuff like that. It's like, it's just freaky, you know?
I don't know what's in the water over there, but I am so damn impressed with all you guys. Like, I seriously, like, some days I'm like, I just want to hop on a plane and just do like a gym tour and just meet up with all you guys and train, because over here it's not as exciting for me, that's for sure.
It's not all it's cut out to be, you know. You guys have got Chris Bumstead, so
yeah, this is true. We got Chris. And Regan.
Mr. Olympia now. Yeah. I love the classic physique. That's another thing about the whole enhanced bodybuilding scene that I love, is just like, and that's another reason why classic bodybuilding, they call it over here, in the untested federations. It's another avenue I want to pursue, because I feel inspired by those people there, you know?
Yeah. No, Chris.
Great inspiration.
Chris looks incredible. He looked amazing this year. Like, I think he deserved it. I really do.
Oh yeah, well, personally, I believed he had the conditioning of 2017, but he was flat as hell in 2017, in my opinion. And the fullness of 2018, but he was fat in 2018.
Yeah.
He had the best of those both worlds. That's why I feel like really that was his best package so far was this year. So he did deserve to win.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, man, just some rapid fire questions to wrap this up. We'll get some more
All
audio.
right. Hit me.
Favorite body part to train?
Ooh, back.
Back, all right. And top
Back.
three exercises for back for you.
For mad grip pull downs, T-bar rows, dead stop T-bar rows, where you kind of drop them in between the reps.
Yep.
And oh god damn it, what's the next one? Seated hammer strength row.
Nice, solid. What is your least favorite thing about prep?
About prep, come on. I love prep so much now. I've been in that long. But to be honest, with Jack prepping me, I don't feel like I'm prepping. He hasn't killed me or anything. Yeah, definitely the calories that you have to go down to when you really have to dig. Because I had to dig, obviously, with me being fat. I went under 2,000 calories at one point. Had to, you know. It's the lack of food. I love my food.
Yep.
No eating out. Yeah.
For
and
sure.
I love eating out. Oh.
Looking at your physique, if you had to pick one body part that really needs work, what would it be?
Definitely posterior chain. Actually, no, because I feel like my glutes are a strong point, really, because of the conditioning. But I would say just thighs in general.
Yep.
Thighs.
Awesome.
And chest.
Gotcha.
Chest is crap.
What's your current training split look like right now?
It is every body part twice a week. One upper body day. One leg day, kind of a bit more quad focused. Mm-hmm. Then second leg day, more of a posterior chain type day.
Yep.
And then obviously a push and pull day.
Awesome. How long are you in the gym for usually?
Hour and a half. Leg days, 2 hours.
Yep. What does your current supplement regime look like?
Oh, I'm trying to cut down loads. I'm an addict. If you could tell from our cheeky sponsor plug at the UK Up, me and Jack did, obviously Endeavour, pump formula.
Yeah.
Well, believe it or not, Endeavour, the big dream. That's it. I swear by sleeping supplements, 5-HTP.
Yep.
With anything with valerian extract in, creatine, obviously, because it works.
Yep.
I keep it very simple. Omega-3 fish oil, glucomannan, which is a dietary supplement for fibre, my protein, and obviously whey protein, but I don't really regard those as supplements. I just regard those as food.
Yep.
It's just processed beyond belief.
Fair enough.
You know?
And what is your top 2 or 3 pieces of advice that you could give to a new competitor?
I would say it depends what age they are and how fat they are, basically. Our new competitor, they want to actually compete in competitive on the stage. Basically, they need to ask themselves, what is their why? Why are they doing this? Is it because they feel like they have to compete, or are they just trying to get a pretty Instagram pic?
Yeah.
Do they actually love this discipline that we do?
Yeah.
Second of all, do they have a solid foundation? One way of knowing that, look at your silhouette in a dark room, stare at your shadow. Does your shadow, in the condition that you are now, have the shape of what you would call a bodybuilder, the V-taper, the X-frame.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. That's how you know whether you have a base or not.
That's cool.
And number 3, I guess it would be, are you in a sound physical and mental place to go and do what you gotta do?
Yep.
Are you injured? Do you have an eating disorder? You know? With me, obviously, getting prepped was, it solved my eating disorder, really, because it put me into a state of discipline I'd never been into.
Right.
But, yeah, basically, are you dealing with injuries? Do you have an eating disorder? Because obviously you're going to be manipulating your nutrition in a very extreme ways at points. And do you have the finance at the end of the day? Because at the end of the day, this isn't a job. It's a passion. Yeah. You're not going to earn money from bodybuilding. Yep. You earn money from sponsorships. You earn money from your coaching base. That's not actual bodybuilding. That's running a business. Yeah.
Yep.
Bodybuilding isn't business. It's body business, but it's not business.
Yeah. Perfect. Right on, man. I agree with all those points for sure.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Plug your Instagram. Where can people find you? Give you a follow.
It is Ralphio the Kilo Kid. I don't know how the exact spelling that I have at the moment, but I know that's all there is in there. You just got to type that in, or type in my name, Ralph Meritt. You'll probably find me. 1 or 2 T's on the Meritt. It's Norman, French.
Gotcha. All right, guys. Well, like he just mentioned, Ralphio the Kilo Kid on Instagram. That'll be linked in the description below, so you guys can go give him a follow and keep an eye on him for finals because it's coming soon. Game time,
Don't
man.
wait. High placing. I want top 10 at least. Of course, Jack's going to say, top 6. But chill out, Jack.
Puts the pressure on you. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on the podcast, and I look forward to keeping an eye on you as well for the finals.
Thank you very much. I love seeing your journey as well. Yeah.
Next year, man. Next year, we're going for it again.
Oh, damn. Nice, man.
All right, man. Well, you have a good rest of your day, and like I said, we'll talk soon, and we'll stay in touch.
I assume it's night over there. See ya.
See ya, buddy.